We are Penn State. Yes, we are back here with the Nittany Lions, one of the first playbooks I looked at in this entire game, and maybe my most controversial video ever because I was not a fan of Penn State's new playbook. Looking back at it now, there are some things I could have worded differently, said differently, and shown differently that I think would have better communicated my disappointment with this offense. So we're going to go over the depth chart, we're going to go over the playbook and all of that. But my general thoughts on it, I love goofy BS in this game. I love the go-go. I love weird pistol stuff. I love the flexbone stuff. But that's only when it can work. And that's my problem with Penn State. They have a lot of fun-looking, goofy-looking stuff, but like none of it works. And it was almost more of a disappointment in that fact than just a general, I hate this playbook. Because I do still think there's a lot of good stuff in this playbook. But things like gate looks like it could be fun. Hate that formation. Never works for me. Wing trips over lion. They did fix that. When the game first came out, you couldn't move with your tight end at quarterback like at all. So you can at least a little bit now. There are wildcat formations that were broken in the beginning of the year, that QB RPO or your halfback RPO with the other guy swinging out. It was impossible to defend. That's at least been fixed. But what I hate about their wildcat specifically is we have an extra guy on the field that's just doing nothing. Your quarterback's just in the backfield off to the left. He's not blocking. You can't throw to him. You're essentially playing 10 on 11. So they have a lot of goofy stuff. I just wish it worked better. But anyway, we'll talk more about that when we get to the playbook. For the depth chart, our first change here is going to be at quarterback. We are taking Grunkemeyer out, who I believe followed James Franklin to Virginia Tech. It'll be interesting to see if the Hokies have Penn State's offense. And Penn State with Iowa State's offense, which I actually think could be very, very good. But our quarterback one is, of course, going to be Drew Aller. Where did he end up getting drafted to? The Steelers, right? I believe. Anyway, halfback, we're going to make a change here. As much as I like Katron Allen, his armbar head first downhill, we have armbar safety valve downhill on Nicholas Singleton, who's also 4-speed faster. So we're going to put him up at our halfback one. At wide receiver, the only change we're going to make is we're swapping out our wide receiver 3. We are going to put Saunders with his 92 speed up there. So our top 3 receivers, 92, 93, 94 speed. Penn State is a tier 1 team. I actually think right when this game started, I said something about them being a tier 2 team. Considering they're like an 85 overall, that's just kind of what I assumed. But no, they are a tier 1 team. So that's our changes at wide receiver. Tight end wise, this is kind of why I don't know who's all staying, but Penn State's always had good tight ends. I expect them to still have good tight ends. Now bring in Iowa State's playbook that have a lot of formations that have built in 2-3 tight end sets. We could be cooking a little bit with Penn State next year. But with the tight ends we got here, Luke Reynolds, 50-50 sure hand, 6'4", 87 speed. Khalil Dinkins, 6'4", 86 speed. And even hiding down here, shout out online dynasty legend, Andrew Olesh. After year 1, he transferred to Old Dominion. We ended up getting him drafted. He was a superstar for the Old Dominion Monarchs, but he's going to stay on the bench for this one. Then on defense, there's really not much we're going to change here at all. At corners, we're going to leave these the same. AJ Harris and Elliott Washington the second. On the outside, Washington with his 95 speed, Harris with some great abilities, 6'1", 91 speed. We like those two on the outside. Free safety, we're going to keep that. Zaki Wheatley, Ballhawk, and Robber, two of the best abilities we can have. 90 speed, 6'2". Yeah, he's staying up at free safety. Strong safety, we are going to keep this Dewan Lane. We do have King Mack, who is 98 speed, but I'm actually going to use him as a sub linebacker because I want to run around with a 98 speed guy. So that was the extent of our thought process there. Defensive line, our rush left end, Danny Dennis Sutton, Green Bay Packer legend. Platinum pocket disruptor, platinum duress, 95 overall, coming up one side. Off our rush right end, we are actually going to make a change here, and we are going to put in our bronze pocket disruptor, quick jump, and duress on Mr. White. So two pretty dang good edge rushers. At rush D tackle, we're going to have Zane Durant, gold pocket disruptor, and duress. Nasty defensive line. I think defense is why Penn State stayed a tier 1 team. I think they're 94 overall defense or something like that. Very, very good. Sub linebackers, we're going to keep Tony Rojas, our will linebacker with knockout bouncer and house call, 6'2", 90 speed. Then we're going to throw our 98 speed King Mac, just for a little bit of fun. And at slot corner, we will keep our silver robber on Zion Tracy. So that is how we are going to set up the Penn State Nittany Lions. Let's head into practice mode and take a quick look at their playbook. Let's actually just go ahead and start with the goofy stuff that I never even go to, and that is their Wildcat. So this is what I was talking about earlier, where we have Drew Aller out on the field, but he's literally doing nothing. He's not going to go block. We can't throw him the ball. He's just there as it's a total waste of a spot. We've got 11 guys on the field, but every play is going to be 10 on 11. So I don't love the trips tight end or the wing flex Wildcats of Penn State. It's this RPO power halfback swing. This is one that was like fully broken at the start of the year. It's still pretty solid, but not nearly as good as it used to be. But see, the same formation, same thing. Drew Aller just in the backfield, just doing nothing. I just don't want to play 10 on 11. That's why a lot of times those shotgun formations that have an ineligible receiver on the field, I don't typically like those either. But at least if we're running the ball or doing something out of those formations, those guys are still going to block. In these Wildcats, Drew Aller isn't doing a thing. He's like a Jay Cutler when he was on the Dolphins and they ran that one Wildcat play and he just literally stood there. That's essentially what we're getting here with Aller, but not even as good because at least then he had a corner standing over the top of him. Here, he's just doing nothing. So not a big fan of the Wildcat. The other goofy formations in here, there are two shotgun ones that we never end up going to. Actually, three. One's empty lion. And again, your default package here is going to be on two quarterbacks. So you're going to have your backup actually at the quarterback position, and Drew Aller is the number 15 star you see all the way over on the left. And all the plays essentially reflect, hey, that's a quarterback over there. So you can throw like a jet tight end mid screen. Can we even throw this to X? I'm just curious. We don't try this. I just want to see if we even can. That's an option for us to throw to X. It looks like it should be, but no, we cannot. So again, this one is much more, that actually worked pretty good. This one is much more like Jay Cutler in Miami, where he's on the field, but he's not going to do a thing for you. Can never throw it to him, but it's going to keep a defender busy at the very least. A lot of different jet motions, quarterback runs, a couple different passes in there. You got a power read, jet touch pass. It's not a big fan of empty line. None of these plays are like grabbing me, you know what I mean? And then this gate formation. Oh, how I wish this formation was better. I just was never able to get this formation to really work great for me. Something with the blocking of the guys on the outside. Now, screen slant is probably the one that, in my opinion, works best. But if we, something like fake screen go, and we'll just put them in a random defense and try to throw this to Singleton, I swear the blocking, yeah, because they all crash. They all crash inside. Your blockers do. So maybe there's something you can do with like untargeting somebody. I don't know. But like in a situation like this, if we try to throw this, your two guys in front, your offensive linemen that are in front are always crashing inside. So I don't love it, except the screen slant maybe. In the particular perfect situation, maybe screen slant. Don't love the rest of the formations here in gate either. And then the other wacky one we've got in here is going to be wing trips over line. So this is going to default to your tight end being at quarterback. It's essentially a wildcat formation for the most part. I do like these two orbit runs, the orbit wide receiver option, the guy coming in motion, turning it into an option play, halfback off tackle. And we do actually try this RPO QB draw peak pop because I do think this one has some potential. But I just wish we could do a little bit more. You can't hot route anybody, and we do change it. You can change your package to have your actual quarterback back there. Let's see, this one's actually not too bad. Like you have your pop option, you have your bubble option, you've got a few things you can do in there. And considering our quarterback is Aller, I mean, he's a good runner too, so we can just go ahead and go to kind of our default package here and keep Drew Aller in there and then still run all of these different plays. So this one is probably my favorite of the ones of Penn State has that are weird. But I just don't love any of them. But the rest of the playbook is really good. So it kind of puts me in a weird situation here. So let's just go to what are the formations we're going to go to the most here. Number one is definitely be this spread formation we've got over here. I really like the spread wide slot of Penn State. Now we're going to see more kind of goofy stuff in here. There's going to be a lot of different motions and a lot of different things. You can always hot route your guy around to cancel those motions if you want to, like we do on quite a few of these. But plays like that motion dagger, lines out, all three of these all look like good, just standard plays. You got a good classic inside zone run, that wheel halfback flat. And there is something we do in this game. This is the first time we have done this. Is we have changed our pass settings for the first time in probably over a year. I think it was sometime in college football 25. We went to placement, small pass lead none, and just have kind of kept it at that ever since. Now we are going to be on placement, but pass lead increase small because we have been messing around with those small pass lead streaks that we can do against man coverage. And we do it a couple of times in this game against Ohio State. And I really think it's good. I think it's awesome. We'll do a quick rundown of that, then we'll go over the rest of the playbook, then we'll get out of here. So we'll just go with all go. We'll put them in a cover one. It can be pressed, it could be not be pressed. It doesn't really make a difference. Let's go cover one hole. And then we'll just throw a bunch of streaks on here. So essentially how this is going to work, we're going to be, for this example, we're only going to be looking at Pena. And we're watching that corner over Pena and where he has that leverage. If the corner is staying inside of Pena, we're going to try to pass lead to the outside. If the corner is outside Pena, we're going to pass lead to the inside. So when we're throwing this, we're going to hold left trigger or L2. Then on the left stick, we're going to go down, so imagine it's a clock. 9 o'clock is straight to the left. We're going to be going at about 8 o'clock. So down and to the left. And then obviously just the opposite if we're going to pass lead it to the right. We don't want to go up and to the left. We don't want to go straight left. That's how you get some wild throws. And it's still something we're working on. It's still not something I'm particularly good at, but I think it is a really, really good option for us to have. So let's just look at Pena. He's going to be on inside, so pass lead down and inside. Click on, and you can go make that catch with Pena. Really, really good option for us to have in man coverage. We're still kind of figuring it out, but just something you're going to see that you've never seen us do before. So figured it was worth calling out. But yeah, we're going to be in spread wide slot quite a bit. And then these different trips formations. This Y outplay is unbelievable. That's going to just destroy any sort of drop zone coverage with that route A is on. And it still gives you some pass lead options with RB and B. You got dagger for verticals. So trips Y slot strong and Y slot weak. Two very, very good formations here in Penn State. You got some interesting, goofy stuff here too with the reload plays. Your halfback actually starting off out wide. Now I'm curious on this. If we call this and then we put a hot route, so yeah, you can essentially just run this like a 5 wide formation. Oh, and Singleton just absolutely torched him. So you can just run that as a 5 wide and not have him reload at all. Interesting option to have. Not one we go to in the game, but something to keep in mind here if we want to keep looking at Penn State. But yeah, dagger, like a lot of good stuff here in the Penn State playbook. Just you kind of got to vote or kind of got to move around some of the goofier stuff they've got in here. They got a little bit of empty sets in here too. Like overall, like a fun playbook, just a lot of weird motion stuff, which maybe you like. Not particularly for me, but if you do like that kind of stuff, this Penn State playbook might just be for you. And maybe you can find a way to get gate to work and trips over lion to work or empty lion to work or the wildcat stuff to work, any of that. Best of luck to you. So that's how we are going to be using the Penn State team here today. Let's take it to our game where we'll be headed to the Horseshoe to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Not surprised to see old Brutus there, taunting us right away. Classic Big Ten matchup in real life. Big bugaboo for Penn State is these kind of situations. We'll see if we can kind of overcome that and get the big win in the Horseshoe for the Nittany Lions. Let's see our opponent, who are we going up against here. Heisman, 2 championships, does pass about 70% of the time. So, okay. So we are at a team disadvantage. I'm still not convinced on this Penn State playbook, but let's go give it a shot. But we will be starting on defense, and with 4-2-5, always a good kind of go-to for us here. Normal Y off close. The CFP is just going to be going to, might just be going to, like, is Y sail stuff? Is that still, people still do that? I guess we'll find out. We're going to just go with a little shade underneath cover 6 here. He is going to go Y sail, so we're just going to stay on this with Rojas. Tries to go back to that dig on the outside, but this Penn State defensive line going to get after him there. Good work, boys. Now he's going to some spread. I'm going to get over on Tracy here. We're just going to call it a little kind of standard. Tampa 2. Oh, he did just check one down. Go get a big hit. Go get a big hit. I can't. As much as I would like to say I can help it, I can't. Try to cover the hit stick. He's going to bounce off it. Pick up a first down there. He's staying in spread. I'm going to go with a shaded down over 3 cloud at a mint here. Doing a little 2-man stunt on the inside. So we're just going to have to watch kind of up this seam here. Somebody just go get him. Somebody just go get him. Make Sand throw it away. We'll take that. I think I like that cover 3 cloud. A thing we've been doing in the online dynasty recently is out of 4-2-5 and setting up like a cover 3 out of here, which we might do here actually. We actually set our packages back to default, and we actually come out in this strong safety blitz 2 Set it up just kind of like this. See how that's going to work for us. A little Y trail and some of this play. These guys up the middle just get after them. Immediate pressure there by number 28. Bringing Saiyan down now, a 3rd and 10. I do want to try this defense some more because it worked pretty good in the Dynasty. I don't know how it's going to work. How it's going to work here, but against Trips halfback weak, we think I'm still going to do it. We're just testing it. You back up. I'm going to stay down here with Rojas. If it is an RPO, we're just going to go watch it ourselves. It is not, so we're going to stay. Oh, switch too late. Go get a big hit. He was stumbling, bumbling. Maybe get a big hit. Yeah, I switched just a second too late. That was really loud, sorry. We switched just a second too late. Didn't let our hook get back over the middle of the field there, but I still didn't hate what we were doing. He's coming back out in trips. Maybe, I was going to do cover for 6 shaded down, but against a front like this, I don't imagine he is actually going to be doing an RPO here too much. Stay down here with a lane. Oops, dove with somebody up there. I don't know who it was. I clicked onto somebody up top and just kind of dove away. So he's really, I mean, he's trying to push the ball downfield, but we're kind of making him take those checkdowns right now. That's kind of why I like those 10-yard flats, but I don't know. I don't hate what we're doing. I can go back to this. We got to back up a little bit. We're going to stay on Rojas. I mean, I really could be guessing pass because we know he was 70%, but he's been passing even more than that. Oh, I was going to come down to... Again, he's trying to go downfield and eventually just having to rely on his check down, and we just keep giving it to him. So, something we're going to have to do a little differently here. And I'm going to call just some straight match here. I turned our zone drops off. I'm going to get on the 3-rock hook Mac. If he's still going to be going for something like that. He is not, just nowhere to go. I'm liking match more and more. The more we've been doing it, especially with these better teams and these better defenses like Penn State. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Bunch wrong offset. Let's just stick with cover 6 here. Gonna use... I think we use a Rojas on this. I'm actually not entirely sure. He's gonna... Oh, he actually did go to a run. Rojas. Whoa. T-post tackle. Good job there, number 3. At least kept him from scoring. See, I keep coming out worried about, like, an RPO. But then he keeps coming out with his trips to the other side. So it's like, do I really need to be worried about the RPO? Go get him, boys. No way he caught that, and he's going to fight in for a touchdown. Okay. Okay. I think we can get stops on the defensive side of things. I know I say that a lot, but I believe it in this one. But it is a touchdown for Ohio State. Let's see if we can figure something out we like in this Penn State offense. I'm going to start off with a run. I mean, he's in double mug, but a single high way back there. If we can't get something going here. See, I saw that guy unblocked, and I was concerned, but I just didn't do anything about it. Oh, no, that's fine. But no, of course he's going to come in and actually make a tackle right away. So cover 1 hole. I'm imagining we're going to be seeing a lot of that here. I'm going to try to streak Pena. We might try some small pass lead streaks. Something we did in the online dynasty here. Oh, we could have. We could have. I should have tried that to Y. I think we had it. I was mainly just looking for Singleton to see if he was actually going to win on that, and he didn't. But I think we're going to try ourselves a little small pass lead streak. Maybe. Maybe. I like to look at this cross slot wheel against this too. Again, we're not expecting him to be doing anything different here on the defensive side of things. I'm going to send Singleton out, half slide this way, pick up that right edge, get it to Singleton, and then get past his user. No, I thought his user was cutting way too far to the outside. We were going to be able to get that. He did sneak a little mid blitz in there this time. I'm still liking the idea, though, because he's still running just nothing but man. And I think Aller is going to be able to get something going here. Like, we streak Pena, and we're going to hope he gets outside leverage on this. Or we streak Reynolds, block here, and we're going to look Pena or Reynolds. He gets inside. Let's just take X on this. Take it all the way outside. Juke right in between them. Oh! There was a little gap. There's a little gap. I thought we were gonna have a chance. Now he's going back to man. Let's see, what other formation should we go to in here? I don't hate the wing trips over lion. We're going to try that at some point. I don't think right now is quite the time, but at some point that is something we are gonna break out here. And now we're not picking up that far right edge, which hopefully that's going to be a little bit better for us. It is indeed. Find your gap in there, Singleton. You come out, throw a stiff arm. Gotta rely on these halfbacks a little bit here if we're going to be using Penn State. So let's see, what were we back in there? So again, now he's kind of mixing up a little bit of what he's going to. He's doing a bunch of different zones, a lot of different things. And try this Z dig play. Or maybe a Texas here. Yeah. Then RB right over the middle, hits Saunders, that's why we put him in. At wide receiver 3, make sure we get that speed on the field. Beautiful find by Drew Aller, bouncing around a few different formations, and pretty good start for this Penn State offense, I can't lie. We can go back to our nickel mint here. User our 98 speed boy Mac. You off trips, I think this does have a tight end RPO, and I didn't do our settings here again, believe it or not. Shouldn't be a huge shock at this point. I'm telling you, I think we got to stop in this. I think we got to stop in this one. He's going back to spread. I'm going to go back to our match coverage here. So cover 6, going to stay on Mac so we can watch the halfback if he's going to leak out on something here. Oh, he just ran right by him. Just an outside quarter just got ran straight on by Jeremiah Smith. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I can't believe that. I mean, that's, you know, when you go against the high-tier teams, that's the kind of stuff that's going to happen sometimes. We're just going to kind of have to live with it. Throw a little stunt, get back on Mac. Got our 10-yard flats in here. I'm so bad at tackling. So bad. We're going to keep doing this defense, though. I think this cover 3 shaded down with the 10-yard flats. I like the looks of it. Maybe we do some different stunts. Try out, see if we can't get a little pressure on him here. Send him. Stick with him. It's just, okay. Ohio State for you. Okay, they're on the board again. All right, let's try. Why not? Let's try our wing trips over Lion. I do want our actual quarterback in here, though. So we can try this pass. We're going to do the QB draw peak pop pass. We're going to give this a shot. We're going to see how this works for us. Hopefully Reynolds or Pena, so that's A or RB. Just going to get wide open on this. Pena. And hold that block out there a little bit, brother. Not going to break that tackle of downs, but still. Okay, not a bad little RPO. Back in his man. Cover 1. Do we want to go for... Do we want to just go for the streak? I'm very tempted, but I mean, he's just mixing up so much that I don't really want to commit to it because I'm not sure that's what he's actually in. We're just going to go something like this here. Passing that down, make sure we can catch that with good old Pena. Pick up our first down. Yeah, I think spread-wise slot. I like the looks of the spread-wise slot a lot. The trips don't look too bad. Like I said, you know, on my first reaction of looking at the Penn State playbook, it was definitely... I like the goofy stuff. And just none of their goofy stuff is great, but the rest of their playbook is really, really good. Got our tight end wide open on that. A little flood out to that weak side. Downs is going to rock him again, but catchment drop zone, that play is going to get absolutely wide open. Another good find by Aller. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's good stuff. There's 100% some good stuff here in Penn State. And go to a trips over here. I mean, if this is man, nobody's going to be over on Singleton. We'll see, maybe we can just snap throw this to him right away. It is not. It is... Maybe it was actually man, but he did get somebody over on Singleton, and we just had nowhere to go there. You know, like we said, you know, him mixing up his formation so much, it's a very good idea because it's really keeping us guessing, and we can't just hope for the best, knowing what defense he's in. I don't think he's doing too many shells, but just mixing in cover 1 and cover 3 is going to do very similar things. So let's try a streak on Pena here. We might try our small pass lead here on Pena. Pass lead this down and inside and secure catch it. Small pass lead streaks. We tried it for the first time in our last Dynasty game. Didn't work great, but our team also isn't very great. I see it. I see the potential. Touchdown, Penn State. Coming out some box halfback strong. I like the idea of just kind of sitting in this cover 3 here for a minute. I think we've just been mixing and matching a few different things. Not sure all what's going to work for us. Again, just taking those underneaths, but we're okay with that. That's just, we're going to live with it. We're okay with it. Staying in box halfback strong. Going to do a little stunt over here on the right side. Shade down, 10-yard flats. Going to have the 5-yard hooks here. And he's going to take off. Gosh, dang it. That's what we do need to spy. So we do need to spy. That was a good switch, though, because he was going to have that wheel route wide open behind those other two. So we can live with that a little bit. What's the left Tom 2-man look like? Okay. Yep, then we can have some contains. I like it. I like it, boys. I gotta feel like we can get a stop here at some point. I mean, it was a 5-yard route, and our flats are set at 10, so I guess it's fine. It's gonna be back in trips. I don't know. I kind of want to stay on Rojas in case it is an RPO over to Jeremiah Smith, but he's been doing a lot of different hot routes, so good switch, good switch. What do you do against Ohio State? What do you do against Ohio State? We switch up to that third, we go make a play on the ball, and just get dunked on by Innis. I mean, come on, man. I liked what we were doing there. I liked what we were doing there a lot. Then go. Gosh, just bring him down, man. Just bring him down, man. Oh, I got our stunts wrong. Might be able to run this one. Goes back to the curl. Just go make our tackles. Jeremiah Smith's going to stretch and get that first down. Yeah. Maybe I just need to use her the hook on the trip side every time. Maybe. Get over here with Rojas. I mean, he hasn't gone to an RPO yet, but I feel like there's going to be a time. He's going to come back down here. I knew it. I knew it. Big hits. I called it. I called it. He's going to come back down there, but I didn't fully commit to it. We're going to take a timeout to hope we get the ball back. But man, just rolling out to his left, back across his body. No problemo. We got you, brother. We're going to make that catch for you. Do we have... Yeah, let's go to a penny. And a shaded down Tampa 2 here. Get over on Campbell. He is going to go with a run. Just try to fill that. Oh. I could have ran that in for a touchdown. I, as a 37-year-old man, could have ran that in for a touchdown. That blocking was so good. I think we've given up 21 points. I really don't feel like our defense has been that bad. But here we are. 21-14. We got 37 seconds left. Still 2 timeouts. Let's see if we can't find something. I think we go back to spread-wise slot. I think. Do we think he's coming out in man? Because if so, maybe we just try another streak or something. I guess we'll see. We'll see. I mean, he's pressed across the board, so it would certainly appear to be man. This might be cover 2. Like a 2-man under. But we might still be able to hit Pena on one to the outside here. I know we can still hit A on this. Yeah, we can still fit that one into Reynolds. Little tight, little sketchy, but if they're in man coverage, the other guys are never going to react to that, so we can just fit one right on in there. First down for Penn State, past the 50-yard line. Drew Aller having a great game here so far. He's been awesome. Let's go something like this. See what he's going to be in. Went for it again. Went for it again. It was a bad pass lead by me that time for sure. I didn't lead that one down like we're supposed to. Just go like an all-go. He's still in man. Maybe we can look for one of the streaks or our halfback here. Oh, we left RB. What? I didn't even pass lead that one. I didn't even pass lead that one. And we just missed it. Not with the left trigger. I had our left stick going over to the right to try to get it in that gap. And it was there. That should have been a touchdown for Penn State, but here we are. I'm going to do the same thing. If it's man, see if we can't small pass lead to streak or look underneath. If it's zone, I don't know. It is man. Pass lead this down into the left and go, or I keep saying to the left, I mean to the right. Pass lead down into the right. Go make that catch with Saunders. Take a time out here. We're finding something with that, man. We are finding something. I'm not saying I'm the one that found it, by the way. 100% not the person that found it. But it's our first time really trying to use it, and it has been working very nicely for us. The X right over the middle here. Just hold that block on the outside and take it all the way, Ross. Take it all the way, Ross. Penn State's offense firing back. Keep punching Ohio State right back in for that touchdown in, what, like 30 seconds? If that. 21-21. Let's just not get bombed here, please. I'm actually going to come out in some cover 2 man with our cover 2 shell. Shade everybody over the top, everybody inside. And we're going to use her Wheatley over here. Just try to make sure we're not getting bombed. Yep, and go get him. And go get him. And go get him. I'll take a timeout just in case he wants to do something silly. Just in case he wants to do something crazy here, we'll take our last timeout. We're going to do the same thing. At least we finally got in there and got a sack. It's just too bad this is the time it happened. Not guessing pass just in case, because there's still a fairly decent shot he's going to run this ball. So just shade over the top. He's going to try play action. We're just going to follow Jeremiah Smith the whole way. Even that's caught. Luckily, it doesn't matter, but even that's caught. Okay, take it to half. It's going to be our ball, though, so that's the good news. We do still have this Wildcat that I want to try, but I don't think it's nearly as good as it was, like when the game first came out. I think that Wildcat was legitimately like broken for a while, and I don't think it's quite as bad anymore. We'll still try it at some point. We still got single high. It's cover 3 or a cover 1. We are just going to go with a run here this time. Look out for Sonny Styles. Everybody was in that gap. Everybody was sitting there waiting for us that time. Single high, but he was in a Tampa 2 there, so he is actually using some different shells and things. Let's go with the dagger here. Again, that single high safety. I don't want to put, actually, let's throw Saunders. I'd like to get Saunders on a streak if we can, but Ohio State, whatever, just go. Let's just go. Take Y, right, quick one right underneath. I think he was back into Tampa 2, which is pretty much always going to give up a quick, easy drag. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and take that. 3rd and inches now. What do we want to go to? I think we're just going to try a run here. It's a little inside zone. Get it to our guy. See if we can't pick up that first down. We certainly can. And then try to make a move happen. There were a lot of red jerseys in between us and the rest of that green grass. But I don't hate giving it a shot. For the first time there, I don't think he's been in any sort of match coverage. I think that was the first time we've seen him in cover 6. I'm wondering if that's going to be something he's going to go back to a little bit more. But let's just go with an all go here. He's going to be in a double mug. Take our tight end quick underneath. See if we can't beat him to the edge and pick up that first down. Try not to get hit too hard. We get some yardage there. That was a matching cover 3 that he was in there. Let's see. What in the world do we want to go to? I'm going to try this Y out play again. I really think this is a good one. Where we have Reynolds, we're going to throw Texas Rod on Singleton. I think I was throwing a user pick there. And we got kind of bailed out. But he actually went back to man that time. Okay. Let's do, what do we want to do then? I probably could have just ran this. Is this going to be zone? Is this going to be zone? Let's see. Nope, so we'll just take one right down here to Singleton, and then outrun them all Singleton. His user's trying to get there, but much like me and you are not so different after all, brother. We can't make those open field tackles. Singleton will just take that dump off and take it in for the Penn State touchdown. And for the first time today, thanks to halftime, we are in the lead. He's gonna be back in his spread. I don't know if I feel like I do need to keep containing just because he's tried to run with that saying a few times already. And I mean, it was only 1 yard, but that's caught too. I mean, it's crazy. There's crazy stuff happening here. Back to the trio to the short side. And we're gonna just keep doing this. I really think this can get us a stop here eventually. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. I mean, I switched up there, then I did take one step backwards, which was on me. I didn't expect him to still throw that, but here we are. Freaking Ohio State. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Y trail. Go get him. Go get him. That's like our 9th or 10th pressure. Our second sack. Shout out Zane Durant. We actually did a we did an offline dynasty thing with him where we used Ole Miss's playbook and only ran like their wildcat with a quarterback. We're going to get him eventually, Rojas. We're going to get him eventually. Look out, brother. Keep on running, Rojas. Keep on running, Rojas. We're going to get him eventually. Switch to take away that right side. Now he's got some network issues. Tony Rojas takes the pick back to the house. Penn State taking the 2-score lead, and the connection to your peer has been lost. I do wish we were able to see our final stats for that one because I feel like we were humming in that Penn State offense. I really feel like we had some good things going there with those halfbacks being able to run the ball like Penn State can. And I really do think, though, you do have to kind of avoid the goofy bullshit that Penn State has, which I love in other playbooks. I love goofy bullshit. Give me the go-go. Give me flexbone. Give me it as long as it works. And that was my big issue with Penn State at the beginning, and it's still my big issue with Penn State right now. I think that gate formation stinks. I think it looks cool. It could be fun. Not good at all. Their Wildcat with the quarterback, you're playing 10 on 11 in a lot of their Wildcats because for whatever reason, they have another quarterback out on the field in the backfield who just does nothing. He's nowhere near the play. He's never going to do anything. So it's like, I like the idea of a lot of the Penn State playbook, but I just don't love the execution of it. That being said, there is plenty of other good stuff in this offense, as we saw in that one. Absolutely picked Ohio State's defense apart. We did have that one panic throw that we got kind of bailed out on. Could have been an interception thrown by Aller. But other than that, what else can you say about that Penn State offense? We had it absolutely crushing in that game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you guys next time. And until then, take it easy.